In South Korea, where there is no death penalty, the masked man initiated a campaign against evil. Referendum on the death penalty. The approval rate was as high as 84%. Last second, the batsman who's still screaming that he's not afraid of anything. The next thing you know, he's tied up. Step by step, the masked man pressed him and recorded a video. A quick shot. The hitter died in a pile of money, mouths full of cash, because the crime scene was too clean. No prints or footprints from the National Search Unit. Plus there was a lot of traffic moving in and out of the area. It's gonna be really hard to get a lock on the vehicle. Woods-on suspect something to do with last night's vote. The killer staged the crime scene carefully. This case is not as simple as it looks. My colleague suggested looking it up on the computer. When the police had no clue. All citizens are receiving another video from the masked man. The man claims, in response to last night's nationwide vote, he's the one who executed the hitter. For self-proof, the masked man shows part of the company. At the time of the attacker's death, he told them the reason for this was simple. Because Bae admitted it to the public by selling 200,000 pornographic videos of children, earned 400 million won. But his profits on virtual currencies, at least 2 billion won. That's a cheap piece of shit. For writing a lot of introspection articles and being friends with the head of the family after marriage. It's only been a year and 6 months, and no serious introspection. The masked man then showed the last footage of the escort. He's got a lot of video that the police don't have, and found new kids ready to commit more crimes. But here's the funny thing. It's only gone viral since he was caught. The list of potential buyers is endless. The masked man was executed in a cruel way. I'm not going to show it here. He announced the 15th and 30th of every month from now on. The first 10 a.m. session will target citizens over the age of 18. A national referendum on the death penalty was officially held. Voting will take place after the text message is sent. For an hour. As long as the yes vote exceeds 50% or more before the execution is officially carried out, let those compare to the crime. And got a sentence that was ridiculously light. And those who exploit legal loopholes. A sinless demon who skips punishment like a loach. Finally the masked man appealed to everyone. Build a better world with your own hands. As soon as the matter was reported, Department of Supervision, the police department and the search team are reluctant to accept these cases. Because if you catch him, you'll be damned if you don't. No one wants to get involved. Then the chief of police suggested a candidate. Yes, this man is the male lead Kim Moo-chan. But when he asks for the prisoner, must be transferred to the broad search team. The Secretary General readily agreed. Soon a special search team was formed for the masked man. But the officers involved were either taking bribes, or it's brute force. Every problem in the country falls into the search team anyway. Woo can analyze the case. Bae died of respiratory obstruction caused by cash, and suffocate to death, a little after 10 o'clock the night of the murder. He left the Gangnam bar and took a taxi. He wasn't found dead until about 3 a.m. the next morning. The last person I spoke to was sentenced last year. The Russian wife he was married to. At present, we're investigating from departure from final destination to death. Location monitoring. In addition, it's hard to identify a suspect based on the masked man's video. At the end of the case analysis, Zhu Xian found lunch. When he finds out who's behind this. Originally Zhu Xian analysis sister computer video. It's a test image of the masked man before he calls the referendum. And he found something else. It's what the masked man used to say. Sinless demon. A prisoner who killed his daughter before. He was released for lack of evidence. That prompted the victim's father to kill the prisoner. Sinless devil. That's what the father said in his final statement.
그 아버지, 권석주가.
Lunch thoughts. Back to that rainy night many years ago. The man who brutally killed the young man is John Seo-ju. The two of them are very close. However, at this time West Column is serving a sentence in prison. Could it be him in the mask?